Titanic.
Alright, so we did the first step. Eyes up here. The first step was to change our percent to a decimal. Second step was to times that decimal by our cost of the item. And then the third step, which is the last step, this is our tax. We add the tax to the cost of the item. So we have 140 plus $8.05 in sales tax. So if we add those together, we get 148.05 for a total.
Okay.
Okay? Alright. Let's try A down at the bottom on got it. So what is the total cost of a sweatshirt if the regular price is $42 and the sales tax is 5.5%? So first step, what is 5.5% as a decimal? 5.5% as a decimal equals what? Who can tell me? What? No, Kaylee?
Only 0.55.
Right, if we move our decimal point 2 places, it is going to be 0.055. Who can tell me the second step to solve?
I forgot.
We multiply by...
2.
We multiply by the cost of our sweatshirt, which is $42. So we have 0.055 times 42 equals... Okay, so we are multiplying the decimal by the amount of the sweatshirt. What did you get?
2.31.
That's correct. So that's your tax, $2.31. What's the last step? Blake?
Add 42 plus 3.31.
Right. So we add the cost of the sweatshirt plus the sales tax, and we get $44.31. Okay? And I wrote these right here on the board for you guys too. So if you forget, your steps are right here, and you can look right up there. Do you guys have any questions on tax? Dawson? After the lesson.
What if we pay them?
What?
What if we pay taxes?
Because the government collects tax
Oh, no,
on
so the government.
everything.
So the government can have money.
Right.
Yeah. Don't they make money though?
Off of us?
Like no, doesn't the government make money?
Yeah, off of us. Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the bottom. We're going to talk about tips and markup. So you guys have probably heard the word tip before. Can you guys think of anybody that you would tip?
A waitress. That's
My
right.
maid.
Okay, a waitress. Who else might you tip?
My
A
maid.
teacher.
Kaylee.
I tip my mom sometimes.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Addie.
Hairdresser.
A hairdresser.
My maid.
Blake.
Pizza delivery.
Pizza delivery. Can you guys think of anything else?
My maid.
Sometimes if you get gas, you might tip your gas attendant. If you get manicures, maybe you tip your manicurist. Dawson.
A person that fixes stuff.
Yeah, like a mechanic.
No, like just like this stuff.
Yeah, you could. Haley, after the lesson. Abby, photographer.
Okay,
Yeah.
Alex.
Blake,
McDonald's workers. They don't get paid enough.
you're right. You could tip a
Myself.
McDonald's worker. Okay, so a tip or gratuity, that's another word for tip, is a small amount of money in return for a service. The total price is the regular price of the service plus the tip. So we're adding again, just like we did with tax. Now we're going to talk about markup. Markup is when a store sells items for more than it pays for those items. So the amount of increase is called a markup. The selling price is the amount the customer pays for an item. So when you go to the grocery store, they buy the food at their cost, which is cheaper than what we have to pay. They mark up the products so that they can sell it
So they
for
make a
little bit more.
profit.
Yeah, so they make a profit. Very good.
You're so smart.
So that's how it is with anything you buy, really. Grocery store, clothing stores, gas stations. They buy the gas cheaper and they can mark it up so they make a profit.
You can buy gas.
At the gas
That is
station.
came out of the ground.
So let's look at the next page.
Right? Probably freeze it. I need like that.
Yeah, you gotta freeze.
So we're gonna practice this now in example 2. And I need you guys to look up at the board so you know what to do. So a customer wants to tip 15% on a restaurant bill that is $35. What will the total tip be? Or what will the total bill be with the tip included? So to find that out, we change our percent to a decimal. So 15% equals what as a decimal? Kelly?
0.15.
Yeah, 0.15, that's our decimal. Second step, multiply that by the cost of your meal, which is $35. So 0.15 times 35 equals $5.25. That's your tip that you're gonna leave. And then the last step is to add that to the cost of your bill. So we have $35 plus $5.25 tip. And so our total cost is $40.25. So you notice it's the same process to calculate tip as it was for sales tax. Did you guys notice that?
I did notice that.
Same thing. I want you guys to try B at the bottom on your own, and it says this one down here with Scott. He wants to tip his taxi cab driver 20% if his commute, is it commute or commute?
Commute.
If his commute costs $15, what is the total cost? So your steps to solve that are right here on the board if you don't remember, okay? And if you need help, raise your hand and I'll come help you.
I'm done. Are they asking for the
We're
total?
done?
No, we're not done. We're doing B at the bottom with Scott.
Okay, what's the total cost? Okay, let's see.
You can grab your calculators if you don't have a calculator. I don't want to see you boys sitting and doing nothing. You need to be.
I just did it.
I'm not talking to you. Did you do yours? B. Change your percent to a decimal.
I'll see you eyeball it.
I know it.
When you're done, when you've solved it, just put your hand up so I know that you're done. And then I won't call on you, but I just want to see that you're done. Okay, you guys can put your hands down. Good job, Brian. Not yet. Some people are still working on it. You guys do not need to do C because I haven't taught you how to do that one yet. Bless you. Is everybody ready? Okay, Keely, what's the answer?
Is it a $3 tip?
$3 tip? Yeah. How much is the total?
Oh, the total cost would be $18.
$18. Did everybody get $18?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you show you how I got it?
You want to do it on the board?
No, because I didn't do it the right way.
Okay. How did you do it?
Well, first of all, I took the 5 away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I can divide that 10 by 10. And after 20% of 10 is 2. So, and after I just added 1 of it because the 5s have 1.
Should you copy that document?
No, I definitely did that.
All right. So let's look at example 3. So example 3, I'm gonna erase this. Example 3 says a haircut costs $20. Sales tax is 4.75%. Is $25 sufficient to cover the haircut with tax and a 15% tip? So now we have tax and tip to deal with. So, how we're going to do that is we're going to change our percents to decimals, both of them. So tax is 4.75%. So as a decimal, what would that be? Eyes up here, please. Kaylee?
0.475.
0.0475. And then we have a 15% tip. 15% as a decimal is 0.15. Okay, so this is what you do when you have tax and tip both. Then you add your decimals together, and we would get, all right, 0.804. No, I did that wrong. They're not lined up. 0.15. Okay, so I get 0.1975, and that's what we're gonna multiply by our total. Our total was $20. So we do $20 times 0.1975, and that equals 3.95. Okay, so that's $3.95 is our tax and our tip. I need you guys to look up at the board, please. So last step, we add it to our cost. So $20 plus 3.95 equals $23.95. That's how much you're paying for your haircut with tax and tip included. So $25 is sufficient to cover that. You would have money left over.
You have $1 and household.
Yep. Good. Any questions on that, you guys?
No. Nah. Can we get on the work now?
We have one more example on the next page, and then you can work.
Okay. After the lesson.
You can go really quick.
Okay, Parker, you like stop.
Okay, let's not make noises, guys.
She was like,
We have one more example on the markup. So we said, are you listening? We said that markup was when a store marks up the cost of an item from
Right.
what they paid for it so that they can earn money. So we're gonna look at D, this one right here. And it says the store pays $150 for a portable basketball backboard, and the markup is 40%. What is the selling price? So this is done exactly like tax and tip. Look up here, please. So we change our percent to a decimal. 40% equals 0.40, 4/10. And then multiply that by the cost of the basketball hoop. What's 150 times 0.40? Somebody tell me.
I got it.
Actually, I've got it right here.
They don't.
You can do it.
They don't know. 60?
60. So $60 is the markup. They're marking that up $60. That's what they're gonna earn when they sell it. So we add that to the cost. 150 plus 60 equals what? $210. That's how much they're gonna sell it for with markup. Any questions on that lesson, you guys?
No. You do number 1.
Number 1? I will help you with it. So your homework is going to be page 154, 1 through 4, 155, 1 through 9.
Wait, is it written up on the board?
It is, and that's due tomorrow.
Wait, so